From Challenges to Strengths, Supporting Special Needs Children. Welcome to my presentation. Hello, my name is Lorraine Rosas, and I am currently a student at California Baptist University. I have a deep passion for working with children, especially those with diverse needs and disabilities. Throughout the past 15 years, I have been privileged to serve as a classroom aide, mental health worker, ABA interventionist, and family specialist, dedicating my efforts to support children with special challenges. It has truly been a blessing to have the opportunity to work within this community, guided by my faith. My time at CBU has enriched my journey, allowing me to teach, support, and learn from incredible and resilient groups of children who inspire me every day. I feel grateful for the chance to contribute to their lives and growth in any way I can. Now let's get started. What does special needs mean? What qualifies as a disability? The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines special needs as a range of challenges including physical, emotional, behavioral, or learning disabilities that require an individual to receive additional or specialized services or accommodations, particularly in areas like education or recreation. In the realm of special education, it is important to acknowledge a diverse range of disabilities that may manifest individually or in conjunction with one another in students. The following slide will present a comprehensive list compiled by the National Center for Learning Disabilities. Current socio-demographics of the group, major trends. The socio-demographic landscape of children with special needs is profoundly diverse, encompassing various ethnicities, races, genders, income levels, and geographical locations across the globe. Children from all backgrounds may face unique challenges that influence their access to essential resources and services. A family's income plays a crucial role in determining the level of support that a child with special needs can receive. In families with higher income, there are typically more opportunities for comprehensive interventions, such as specialized educational programs, therapeutic services, and medical care, tailored to the child's individual requirements. Conversely, families with limited financial resources often struggle to secure necessary support, which can lead to unmet physical, educational, and medical needs. Moreover, the disparities in access to services are not just a matter of financial capability, they are also influenced by social and systemic factors, including geographic location, local policies, cultural attitudes towards disabilities, and availability of specialized resources. In rural or undeserved areas, for instance, families may find themselves without nearby access to trained professionals or facilities equipped to address their children's unique challenges, thus exacerbating difficulties these children face. Ultimately, understanding the interplay of these various social demographic factors is essential for developing inclusive and effective strategies aimed at supporting children with special needs. A review of the beliefs and stereotypes about special needs and disabilities throughout history. Throughout history, particularly during the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, individuals with special needs and disabilities often faced significant societal challenges. During these periods, prevailing attitudes were marked by indifference, neglect, and a pervasive sense of fear regarding those who were different. Much like in ancient Roman society, people with physical disabilities, mental illnesses, or intellectual impairments were often labeled as fools. This term not only stigmatized these individuals but also relegated them to specific roles such as court jesters, whose primary function was to entertain the nobility and mask the underlying societal discomfort around their disabilities. As part of a broader societal effort to manage and control individuals with disabilities, idiot cages became a common sight in town centers. These confinement structures were intended to keep people with disabilities out of trouble, and often served dual purposes as a means of societal control and a spectacle for local townspeople. While some may have viewed these cages as a necessary measure for public safety, they starkly highlight the prevailing attitudes of the time. where individuals with disabilities were not seen as valued members of society, but rather as curiosities or threats. This troubling legacy underscores the long-standing societal challenges faced by many individuals with disabilities, as well as the pervasive stigma that continues to echo through history. A review of the beliefs and stereotypes about special needs disabilities throughout history, Part 2. According to the Department of Administration's Government Council on Developmental Disabilities, individuals with disabilities face significant societal challenges during this period, often because scapegoats for broader culture's tensions. The earlier focus on protecting the deviant, an effort aimed at safeguarding those considered different from mainstream society, shifted dramatically. As the social narrative evolved, there was a growing skepticism towards individuals perceived as different, leading to increased marginalization of those with disabilities. This era reflected a troubling trend where concern for the well-being of these individuals diminished, fostering an environment of suspicion and exclusion rather than acceptance and support. In the 19th century, socio-demographic conditions significantly impacted the living situations of individuals with disabilities, particularly in industrialized areas. For many families, particularly those of higher economic standing, there was a tendency to keep children with disabilities at home. This practice, often rooted in a combination of social stigma and a desire for privacy, as families might have feared societal judgment. In stark contrast, individuals with disabilities who lived alone or found themselves as impoverished circumstances, whether due to loss of loved ones, substance abuse issues, or effects of their own disabilities, faced a much harsher reality. Many of these individuals were placed in poorhouses or almshouses, which were designed as tax-supported residential institutions meant to provide basic care. These facilities emerged primarily as a cost-effective solution to social welfare, offering a balance of support to those who could not care for themselves. However, the conditions in these institutions were often substandard, reflecting the broader societal neglect of vulnerable populations during this period. The overarching narrative of the 19th century highlights a stark divide in how society treated individuals with disabilities, illustrating the intersection of disability with class, economic status, and systematic support structures. A history of how special needs and disabilities have been treated in the U.S. The remarkable documentary Crip Camp offers a profound glimpse into the history of the disability rights movement, highlighting its roots in a summer camp for disabled teenagers in the 1970s. This film not only chronicles the experiences of its campers, but also showcases their transformation into activists who would go on to lead a groundbreaking revolution. It illustrates how their shared experiences ignited their passion and advocacy, ultimately influencing significant changes in societal attitudes and legal frameworks surrounding disability rights. Through personal stories and archival footage, Crip Camp paints a vivid picture of the struggle for inclusion, illustrating the barriers faced by individuals with disabilities and the tireless efforts to dismantle them. Crip Camp stands as a powerful testament to the resilience of those who fought for a more equitable world, paving the way for ongoing efforts to support and empower individuals with special needs that still stand today. This is one of my favorite documentaries that I have watched so many times. It is still on Netflix, and I highly recommend watching it. I think you would really enjoy it. One individual I would like to spotlight in this PowerPoint presentation is Judy Heumann, a remarkable advocate whose influence was instrumental in the creation and implementation of Section 504 and the Americans with Disability Act, ADA. Judy's story is particularly compelling as she attended Camp Jeanette, a unique summer camp that became a pivotal hub for disabled youth and a focal point for the disability rights movement. As one of the main characters in the documentary about the camp, Her journey exemplifies the passion and tenacity she brought to her work. Without Judy's unwavering dedication and tireless pursuit of justice, the needs of children and adults with special needs and disabilities might still be neglected and misunderstood on both political and legal fronts. Her contributions have shaped the conversation around disability rights and advocacy. Special education. The 504 Act marked a significant turning point in the educational landscape for children with special needs and disabilities, ensuring that they are granted the right to receive an equal education tailored to their individual requirements. This landmark legislation provided essential accommodations without imposing any financial burden on their families. Previously, many children were forced into homeschooling or went without formal education due to a lack of resources and advocacy for their rights. However, the 504 Act changed that narrative, empowering these children to attend school alongside their peers. Furthermore, it ensured they had access to accessible transportation, making it possible for them to reach educational institutions and participate fully in their communities. This transformative act opened doors for countless children, fostering an inclusive environment where every child has the opportunity to thrive academically and socially. Economics in Special Education. In 1966, hearings conducted by the subcommittee of the House of Representatives Education and Labor Committee brought to the light a troubling reality. Only approximately 1/3 of the nation's disabled children were receiving the special education services they required. This oversight meant that the remaining 2/3 were either entirely excluded from public education or they were relegated to regular classrooms where they sat passively, waiting until they were old enough to drop out of school altogether. As Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act came into effect, it became increasingly evident that families with children who have special needs were facing significant economic hardships. These families often felt neglected and overlooked, with their children's educational requirements going unaddressed. The lack of appropriate resources and access to quality education for disabled students highlighted systematic inequalities within the educational system. Without adequate support, many of these children were unable to thrive, further exacerbating their challenges and limiting their potential for future success. This situation underscored the critical need for reform in how educational services are provided to students with disabilities. Values and norms. The values and norms surrounding special education and the rights to individuals with disabilities have undergone a remarkable transformation from the Renaissance era to the present day in 2025. Historically, individuals with special needs face significant stigma and were often marginalized in society. However, over the centuries, one perspective has evolved considerably. Today, we recognize individuals with disabilities as full members of our communities, deserving of respect and dignity. Their rights to access education, gainful employment, and appropriate housing are now acknowledged and prioritized. Societal has shifted towards the belief that everyone should have the opportunity to live a fulfilling life, which includes the necessary accommodations to support their unique needs. This evolving mindset is not just about compliance with laws and regulations, it reflects a deep understanding of humanity. We now advocate for inclusivity, accessibility, and the celebration of diversity. The focus is on empowering individuals with disabilities, ensuring they have the same rights to happiness and opportunities as everyone else. This profound change in attitude emphasizes the importance of creating a supportive and accommodating environment, allowing all individuals to thrive and contribute meaningful to society. Strengths and resiliency. Over the past 15 years, I have been honored to work directly in special education, supporting countless children with diverse needs and disabilities. Throughout this journey, I have been deeply moved by the incredible strength of their spirit, which forms the foundation of their resilience and determination. I have witnessed the power of hope through the prayers I've offered over my students facing significant challenges, those who have bravely undergone open heart surgeries, those who have needed eye correction surgeries, and those who endure weekly seizures. I've seen the strain and sleepless nights that families experience as they navigate the complexities of necessary surgeries and medications for their children and loved ones to overcome daily obstacles. Each child's ability to confront difficulties, celebrate their uniqueness, and find joy in the smallest victories has reinforced my belief that true resilience comes from within. It's not just about overcoming hurdles, it's about the unyielding spirit that drives them forward, often inspiring everyone around them. The community of individuals with special needs and those involved in special education exemplifies remarkable qualities of love, joy, resilience, and strength. Their capacity to persevere in the face of daily challenges serves as a profound testament to their purpose and the unconditional love that surrounds them. This community thrives on a spirit of inclusivity and support, reinforcing the idea that everyone contributes uniquely to the tapestry of life. As they navigate their journeys, the light of compassion and understanding shines bright, reflecting the divine love and that embraces all individuals, regardless of their differing abilities. This shared experience not only enriches their lives, but also fosters a deep understanding of the beauty and diversity, inspiring others to recognize the inherent worth of every person.